I'm Chisom Eze and you're welcome to my YouTube channel, The Roadside Investor, where we provide you with the tools that can help you on your investing journey to financial freedom and personal growth. Now, in today's video, I would be reviewing the Money Manager app, and if you follow my YouTube channel, you would know that I've actually done a review on this app some months ago. But the good thing is that they have updated the app and made some changes, so I'm here to review the app and do this tutorial just in case you're still having a hard time making use of this app. If you're just joining us on this YouTube channel, you're welcome to the League of Roadside Investors. Please subscribe to this channel. And for returning subscribers, you know how we do. Thank you for always watching my videos, liking, and leaving beautiful comments in the comment section. So let's get straight into it. So as you can see on my screen, I am currently on Google Play Store, and if you want to download this app, all you need to do is search for Money Manager Expense and Budget, and this would pop up. Then you just quickly download the app. As you have seen, I have already installed the app. So the next thing you're going to do is to open the app and get right into the tutorial. So as you can see, once you open the app, this is where you're going to land. This is definitely the landing page of the Money Manager app, and you can see that there are no data, so we're going to start afresh for those who are just very new to this app, so you understand from scratch. So usually the first thing I do when I download a budgeting app or an app like this is to go to my settings. So click on the settings here, and you can see the ads popping up. That's because this is a free version. You can decide to get a paid version if you want. So because it's free, you get to see a lot of ad pop-ups. Now, the first thing I do after clicking on settings is to go to the configuration. And the next thing I do is to change my currency, because usually I think the default currency was in euros. I'm not sure, but I clicked on this main currency setting and so you click on change here, and you can see different currencies to choose from. So I'm sure whatever country you're watching from, there is your currency is definitely here. Don't take it for a fact, but it should be here because they have a lot of currencies listed here. So there's also a sub currency setting. If you have a second currency you like to work with, it could be dollars, it could be whatever currency of your choice, you can also choose that here. So the next thing we would go to is to go to the income category setting, right? When you click here, you see the different income category setting. So you already have the feature where you can add an additional income category. So maybe you want to specify or be specific of where you're getting a certain amount of money, then you can actually add it here. Same thing goes for the expense category setting. They have a list of things they feel that you can actually people usually spend money on, but if you have something here that has not been listed, you can add it by clicking this plus button here, and then you add and then save as well. Of course, there's also a subcategory being that let's say for example you have food, and under food you have things like lunch, you have things like dinner and things like that. That's basically what subcategory is all about. Initially the default setting of the subcategory was off. I was the one that turned it to on, so you can go ahead and turn that to on your own app. So the next feature we'll be going to would be the budget setting. It's a very important feature, and because it's apps like this really help you to get your budget right. So what you do here is, if you want to have, you can have different budgets for different aspects, right? Let's say you want to spend just 200,000 on food, you want to spend just 100,000 on clothes and things like that. This is where you go. So let's do a little demo here. I click on this plus sign, what category, let's say food, all, let's just say 200,000 save. So what that means is that every month I budget 200,000 on food. Now let's add another feature. Let's say beauty, right? Beauty could be cosmetics, makeup. These are all subcategories. If you can remember, we turned on our subcategory earlier on. So the beauty, these cosmetics and makeup, accessories, beauty you see are all subcategories. So again, let's click on all. Let's say our budget a month on beauty would be 100,000 naira. Save. Let's just add another one. Let that be let's say transportation, right? And let's say taxi. So we don't want to spend anything less than 50,000 naira on taxes in a month. There you go, we have actually added our budget. So you can see that for this transportation, because the subcategory is taxi, you can actually click on this arrow. It shows you what category you're actually budgeting for. Yes. So now when you click, now let's go ahead and click on food. Now see what it states here. You can set the budget settings for each month. If you change the default budget, it will be applied starting next month. If the budget of the main category is 0, it will show the total budget for subcategory. Now, what I want us to note here is that they said if you change the default budget, it will be applied starting next month. That means we just changed the default budget in November. That means this budget will start playing out from next month, which is December. Now, of course, as we go on, we have passcode. You definitely want to have passcode for this app, right? This is your money manager app, so you definitely need some privacy somewhat. So this is where you come to set your passcode. So that's basically the major features here in the configuration section of this app. Now we're still in settings, so let's click on accounts. And let's click on accounts group and see what we have. Okay, so you can see the account group, basically just the types of accounts one can have, right? Your cash account, card, debit card, you can have a savings account, investment account, insurance account, etc. So basically, if you want to impute expenses or income for any account, these are the accounts that you would choose from. And of course, they also gave provision for you to add account in case there's an account you want to add that is missing. You can always specify here. So you can see that in the account settings, these are the 3 major accounts they feel like everybody should have. But if you want to add another account, you can definitely do that. So here, click on plus. Yes. And if you remember when we clicked on account settings, I believe, and these are the account groups that showed. And if you want to add more account groups, that's where you would add them. So here is where we pick. So for example, let's say we want to add investments. So let's just say the roadside investor investments and save. Then you see it here. So what that means, I will show you what that means when we go straight into a demo, which we'll be doing right about now. So now that's basically all there is to accounts, at least the major features. You can always open the app and play around to understand other features you feel like you want to know about, but for the sake of this video, we are touching on basic features or important features that you would definitely need to know about while using this app. So now let's have a little demo session, right? Let's go to trans. So now let's add plus. So you can see here just below, you can see that there was just cash account and card, but I added investments and I named it the roadside investor. That is why it is showing here at the moment. So now let's add an income, right? Income from cash, let's say salary, let's say 2 million naira, right? Save. Okay, let's try another income, right? Cash, let's say allowance. Let's say for our allowance we had like 500,000 you save, right? Let's add another expenses. Let's say food, let's say eating out, let's say 100,000 naira. Yeah. So let's work with this little set of data we have. So just next to this strands icon, you can see the stats. So let's click on stats and see what we have. So yes. So here it just tells us, okay, the it's just a pictorial view, right, of how much you have spent on what, and how much you have gained on what. So looking at income now, we know that our income is altogether 2.5 million naira, and out of that 2.5 million naira, a huge chunk of it came from salary, which is 80%. So 80% of my income is from my salary, and 20% is from allowance. That's what this is trying to tell us here. Same thing with expense. I spent 83.3% of my expenses on food, and 16.7 percent of my expenses on transportation. Now this pictorial view will help a lot when you're trying to budget, every month. If you already set a budget that you want to spend just so amount on food, or so amount on transportation, this gives you a rundown or a summary of how that is going so far in a month. So still on this same page, you can see this little box here that says monthly. If you click on it, you can decide to break it down. You want to see how much you spend weekly, you want to see how much you spend annually, you want to see how much you spend in the period. You can actually get all that feature here. So let's go back to settings, right? In settings here, you can see backup, because it's very important that your expenses are backed up so you don't lose your data and things like that. So in this backup section, obviously it's very important to back up your data, so that you don't lose your data and things like that. So they have the option of automated backup on your Google Drive. If you want to switch it from off to on, just click on it and follow the procedure to do that. Then you can also backup or restore on your device, and you can also export backup files to your email, export data to Excel. So there are different options to pick from, just so that you don't lose your data, right? I think what is very important to note is why I always change my currency. If you notice that anytime I do an app review of some sort of a manager app, the first thing I do is to change my currency. That's because if you then put in some transactions and things like that, then go back to change your currency, the transactions you already did in that former currency would clear. Your data will definitely clear. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's go back to settings. Here we have configuration, and we have main currency settings change. Let's say Argentina, for example. You can see what pops up here. When you change your main currency, all your data will be deleted. I am taking our time to talk about this because I know that in the last review I did, or in the last tutorial I did, there was a comment there that said, oh, I just changed my currency and I lost my data. So please do not make that mistake again. If you try that, you will lose your data that hasn't changed. So please, let's be careful out there. So yes, we have this button just right here in the top right corner. Click on it. What this section here is showing is just for filtering, like it says here, select items that you want to filter. This is just if you want to know what income comes directly from a specific account. So let's say you want to know what income and expenses have come from cash alone. You click on cash, it filters, and it tells you 100% of everything you have put in came from cash. Now if we try that with accounts, you can see here that it's showing 0%. That means all the details I have, all the expenses and income and all the transactions I've put in so far, none has come from accounts. So this is just to help you to further filter and know where more income is coming from and where more expenses are going to and things like that. So that is just what this section is all about. So yeah, I think we have covered the I think one last thing before we call it a wrap. It's this little button here before let's take this back to November. This little button here before the additional sign here, let's click on it. What it says here is note. So let's say you want to add a note for today. You can add notes when to spa, for example. Into spa, let's see how that affects our. So you can see here on the 16th, the comment comes and the comment shows here when to spa. So basically, if you have any comments you want to make, any special comments you want to make for a specific date, you can just add that here. That is what that feature is all about. You can always click on here to delete it later on if you want to. So yeah, I think we have covered the basic features of the updated version of this money manager app. I hope it helps you to be able to navigate the app seamlessly and track your expenses, your income, and budget effectively. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, please share, please leave your comment in the comment section. Have you been using this app before like me? What do you think about the app? Just show some love. Thank you very much. Till next time, bye.